Hi everyone, my name is Jivita Rajakumar and my entry number is A21B3254 and I'm one of students from University of Kelantan. I am doing this presentation based on my subject Foundation of Management AFT1023 Semester 1 session September 2021/2022. It's based on assignment 1 30 marks individually assessment. And this is my lecturer name, which is Dr. Siti Nur Zahira Chetari, and my class group is L4 L42. So let's begin. And here is our table of contents. And start with number 1, question given, which is objective for this assessment. Number 2 is introduction. And number 3 is question 1, what is management, and explain about the 4 management functions the Tealive company play. And number 4, question 2, who is the top manager at Loop Holdings Bahar, and explain 10 roles top manager performs in organization. Number 5 is question 3, why innovation is important to CEO Brian Lowe's job, and explain how technology today changes the manager's work. And number 6 is conclusion. Number 7 is references. So let's go and start with number 1, question given, objective of this assessment. These are my objective of this assessment, which is the question of I'm going to do that I have been required by Dr. Ira, and here will be the 3 questions, and I will explain it in coming slides. Number 2, it is introduction. Introduction is I'm self-prepared for the to know the Tealive, what's the Tealive, what's the Loop Holding, what's the CEO, right, or no, who is all that, and we're going to look out from this introduction. Introduction started from Loop Holdings Bahar on Tealive, a Malaysian tea shop brand, which is a tea shop store that being owned by Loop Holdings Bahar is named as Tealive. And on February 17, founder of Tealive Brian Lowe announced his first own brand, which known as Tealive. Okay, we have known that the founder of the Tealive is Brian Lowe, and he has announced his first own brand, which is Tealive. And before this, he was a founder of Loop Holdings too. However, in early 2017, Chatham's parent firm Lakafa International chose to end its partnership with Brian Lowe's company Loop Holdings Sedang Berhad, and it happened between Loop Holding and Lakafa. So the contract between Lakafa and Loop was cancelled due to the Taiwan's dispute about Chatham's industrial preference in Malaysia. And then it moves to Brian Lowe establish his own brand, which is Tealive, after losing his Chatham franchise 2 months ago, and the first global store was opened in Vietnam. Even though Tealive has officially replaced Chatham for now in Malaysia, we have known that Chatham is one of the store, and now it's officially replaced by Tealive. The firm has gone for corporate divorce mayhem to brand new in just 50 days. Brian Liu just took 50 days to get everything packed up and move on to a branding a new name, which is Tealive. And Brian Liu has keen to move on from past to focus on his Tealive, which means that he don't care about the argument or any disagreement, whatever. He just focus on his Tealive. That is who Brian Lowe. Brian Lowe has launched his first new Tealive store at Pavilion KL site before exceeding further 165 locations by the end of 2016. But Brian Lowe has launched more than Tealive store in Malaysia. That's what he's going to say. And come to the next, Brian Lowe has a good character. This is come to what is a real attitude of Brian Lowe. Brian Lowe has a good character and a calm attitude along his determination. Brian is a well-known person through social media, which is social app, through Instagram, Facebook, and everything. He's a well-known person, and even in real life society, we will know that in coming slide, and I'm going to talk about it. Tealive, and the last one is there. The introduction of a Tealive is introduced by four beverages, four drinks that very tasty, full, and very delighted, very tempting, and it was like signature brown sugar pearl milk tea, signature passion fruit green tea, grapefruit chia tea booster, and roasted milk tea. So if you are having tea life nearby you, so you can just go to the tea life store and bought any of the four beverages, because it was the tempting beverages with different tastes. So let's move on to the next slide. Numbering 3, question 1. What is management, and explain about the four management functions of the Tealive's company. What is management? First, we have to know what is management. Management based on the management. Management is an organization goal to plan, organize, lead and control, as well as raise capital efficiently and effectively through the process to achieve an organization objectives or aims or goals. Henry Fayol, a Frenchman, identified 5 core management activities over a century ago, but there are now only 4 widely accepted by this management function, and now only 4 is here. Okay, Henry Fayol is a Frenchman, which is he is also a well-known person, a well-wise person, from a role model. He's an old person that comes from the world famous player, world famous role that we have to know from the historical things, so the management is the 4 core management, which is the 4 function of management, is created by Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol is a Frenchman, and he's the one created. And in my opinion, management is a crucial and a well-organized coexistence is required to operate all forms of management. And when I say that the management is act also as planning, organizing, leading, and controlling through the physical, mentally, financially, and even if from the different of division of the working system. Everything that is needed management. So the 4 management functions that we have widely known now is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Let's move to the second slide. Management functions, the Tealive's company, it started with planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. We know that planning is a manager's role, is defined the organization targets or aims, the activities that must be done to achieve their goals, to achieve their aims in an organization according to Ryan Lowe. Okay, now follow as the example of Ryan Lowe did to his company, is as he's one of the founder, and he's the founder of the Loopholes. This firm or this guy Brian Lowe is focused on its objective, and the goal is to fulfill his business plan and to be financially healthy. Tealive's management will guarantee 100% that every employee is well skilled in blending Tealive's goods, including new items that will be presented in the future, because the Tealive aims to be known as a world global market store. So now let's move to organizing. Organizing it happens because the stage is more direct. It's produce the procedure that can also be considered as a backbone, which is a crucial one in the management function. Because without organization, you can't manage anything. Okay, so Brian Lowe has also collaborated with employee to know how the employee reacts. So Brian Lowe has collaborated with Loop founder, where they want the company to be focused on its mission and target of achieving its business strategy, to be financially strong, and to be given at the position of leader supervisor, who will be given permission to administer the Tealive branch in improving the efficiency or its employee each position has been given a target to be achieved by a given position, which means that Brian Lowe plays a role where that he organized each of his employees by giving them a right task, a right position based on what they are doing, and it's on targeted to be achieved in a given position. So come to the third one, leading a manager will become an effective leader if he's or her understand is expected of them, why, and the causes. It necessitates the manager coaching, assisting, and the problem solving with the employees. It means that a manager is there to lead the employees to avoid from any problem, and he knows how to bring it, how to bring them, how to solve the problem. Like he's the leader, he's the main, then the people will follow him like that. So Brian Lowe, the founder of Tealive, has instilled a sense of loyalty among his employees by bringing the entire Tealive team crew to the movie nights and booking the entire cinema. He also had a cordial discussion with his employees, despite the fact that some of claim that Malaysia has never been able to establish a global brand. So this make Brian Lowe a golden opportunity, a golden heart of Brian Lowe to be shown at that. He have a good mindset to have good bonding with the employees to accomplish his goals soon. So controlling, the last one is controlling. Controlling is the function of management is primarily concerned where we need to more focus on it, and like monitoring the organization performance to ensure that the goals are met and correcting any areas of processes that are impeding the desired outcome, which like for the budget adjustment, which like Brian Lowe monitor the budget and resources to ensure that they are using resources available and not going over the budget. Okay, so for the staffing adjustment, they must take the difficult decisions such as whether to reassign a low quality worker to a different task or dismiss them from a project. This is what Brian Lowe do to the employees, to the system, to the organization as a controlling, and start from planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So let's move on to the next slide. Number 4, question 2. Who is the top manager at Lowe Holdings in Berhad, and explain 10 roles top manager performs in organization. Who is the top manager at Lowe Holdings in Berhad? We all know that Brian Lowe, the greatest and one and only Brian Lowe. Brian Lowe Wiley, or known as Brian Lowe, he is the only one top manager at the holding Saudara Berhad. Brian Lowe is a successful businessman who has received numerous awards, including Ernst and Young Entrepreneur of the Year 2013 and 14 winner. And furthermore, Chat Time is currently the fastest growing beverage brand in Malaysia, and Brian Lowe leads the fastest growing Chat Time franchise in the Asian region and opened 100 outlets in the 3 years. Chat Time Taiwanese franchises served the Loop Holdings in Berhad a termination letter on 5th January 2017. Then Tealive was introduced on 17th February 2017 by Brian Lowe, who is Chief Executive Officer, which is CEO of Tealive, known as Brian Lowe, and he has introduced Tealive as a brand that takes street drinks to a higher level and productive system. And CEO Brian Lowe helps have a self-esteem characteristic that lead to his company, and has proven nowadays that he had more than 150 outlets of Tealive store in Malaysia. Let's move to the next slide. Explain 10 rules top manager performs in organization. Started with figurehead, leader, liaison, and monitor, disseminator, spokesperson, disturbance handler, resources allocator, entrepreneur, and negotiator. There's only 10 rules top manager performs in an organization that Brian Lowe had it all. Okay, now let's focus on the 10 rules. And now we go for the first one, interpersonal roles of manager. It's known as the interpersonal roles of manager. include that figurehead, leader, liaison. Figurehead. A figurehead is someone who appears to be in charge but who really holds a very little influence, like a person going to be in there but just to supervise you, just to work with you for a while, for a moment, when he going to his way because he's upper than you, maybe. So that's may call as figurehead. So we go to the example that Brian Lowe has as a figurehead, that he has a cool image and sociable characteristic with amazing modern management skills in operating the company, with a passion for mentoring upcoming business talents. So this is what Brian Lowe had. And next is a leader. A great leader inspires confidence in other people or its own employee, moves them to action and achieve the goals. So example like Brian Lowe, he cultivating budding entrepreneurs with his employee to make sure always proficient in management through portfolio business in training. It means like Brian Lowe has a very good relationship with his own employee to stay, to let it be in just like a good bonding forever. Liaison. Liaison refers to communication between two or more groups as well as cooperation or teamwork. Brian Lowe sells Tealive goods in Vietnam, where he got a positive feedback. Loop has a local partner in Vietnam, King.com, known as the country's largest fast-moving consumer products firm. So this is what Brian Lowe did to get, and he played a well manager role in liaison. And come to the information roles of managers, including monitor, examiner, spokesperson. Come to the monitor. Monitor is always a person who are in charge, a person who watches and checks to see that all is going well. Like earlier, Loop Holding Company was noticed or was being noticed by Checkpoint. We served the management business relationship, and Brian Lowe immediately sought legal advice to the business relationship and continuing his tea business, so not to cause his employees to scared or to worry or to get any trouble with the company's liquidation. So that is what Brian Lowe played as a monitor. And come to the disseminator. Disseminator is some of the manager. Confidential knowledge is transferred to his subordinates who will not normally have to access it. So come to the Brian Lowe. Brian Lowe and his top manager will communicate with employees through the official website, Tealive website, and events held and often chat with prospective employees after the training he organized in the planned show, then plays the role examinator as a manager. Spokesperson is a role of a manager that educates and satisfies numerous group of individuals that influence over his business. After the Tealive, Brian Lowe also plays his role because in 2019 he became a spokesperson in event of Tealive gifting. Brian Lowe told to the public that the partnership was in line and the company's target of making Tealive is a global brand. That is what Brian Lowe has showed to the Tealive, how much he's inspiring a lot of people by organizing his Tealive brand. And next is the third one, decisional roles of manager, and it includes entrepreneur, disturbance handler, resources allocator, and negotiator. Entrepreneur is a manager in every business collaborate to set long-term strategic goals of the organization and plan how to accomplish it. So he spoke with the members of Loop Holdings management until Brian Lowe come up with the idea to change the chat time name into the Tealive. And this is where he shows that he's an entrepreneur, disturbance handler. This role is played when a manager is required to take take a right action, response to previously unanticipated problems. It means like unrelevant problems or anything going to cause the problems. So what has Brian Lowe did is Tealive was affected by crisis. So they had hold a public press conferences. It means like they called for a public press conferences to explain why the quality was different. And furthermore, Brian Lowe was negatively stated that they have posted up as a bubble tea. No, Brian Lowe has never proved that they are bubble tea. They are just Tealive. They are Tealive. They are not a bubble tea. It's like an issue that happened that about the pearl that made with the sweet potato is actually bringing a cancer sick to whoever going to eat the pearls. So this is what the crisis that Brian Lu has faced, but he has overcome it with a public press meet and now move to the resources allocated. Establish a team schedule for the completion and operation to approve expenditure on a specific. It shows that Brian Lowe is the described his passion for sharing his revolutionary idea, which resulted in rapid growth. Which he shows he's a resources allocator, where he shows the idea that kind of dragging to the top, which bring Tealive to the top by sharing, and he complete the mission with 210 outlets and international expansion after starting in small town within 7 years. This is where he's named as a resources allocator. And the last one, Brian Lowe is also a negotiator. He bargains when a manager bargains with subordinates for better commitment and loyalty. It's like a loyalty. So it appears for better collaboration, coordination, integration with the workers and their trade union for better working conditions places. As a result, Brian Lu is no he like negotiating. Brian Lu is negotiating with Air Asia company to carry the drinks of Tealive on flights as well as Soda Express and Tino's Pizza. This is what Brian Lu has did as a negotiator. Number 5, question 3. Why innovation is important to CEO Brian Lu's job, and explain how technology changes the manager's works today. Why innovation is important to CEO Brian Lu's job, and explain how technology changes the manager's works today. Okay, let's go for the first point that I did. Brian Lowe exemplifies the concept of thinking outside the box. It's mean like Brian Lowe is usually a person or a type of a man who just think out of the box. He won't stay in his comfort zone. He will go outside from his comfort zone to search more ideas to create more whatever goals he's going to do. There is no such thing crazy idea for him, and his life motto was like think big, start small, and fast. This is what his life motto that demonstrates himself that he values innovation. His latest, like we see for example, his latest product, Mi Goreng Boba, is an example of his innovation. He created Mi Goreng Boba with a collaboration with the mommy at Tealive, and I represent the photo or the picture how the Mi Goreng Boba going to look like. Okay, so there is a 3 flavor at there, and there is a written up there with the mommy brand and Tealive brand is known as a collaboration work that he had did. Come to the second point. When this product was introduced, it received a very positive feedback. It ensured higher work quality in an organization. Brian Lowe has initiated bonding for collaboration with fast, massive responses from customers, goods brands. So after knowing that he could make a much positive incomes, positive upgrades when he collaborating with mommy, so he tried to do more like a wall. If I'm not wrong, the ice cream is a wall me, so he did a collaborate with Tealive and make it a boba shop dealer ice cream. If I'm not wrong, there is a photo that I've represented here. And the third point is Brian Lowe came up with the unique concept that he introduced Malaysia's first strawless reusable bubble tea cup. This one of a kind cup, which is rare and includes an inside chamber that stores toppings on the customer's beverage, and with each sip, the topping glides easily from the cup into the lips or into the mouth. So you'll be surprised, I'm one of Tealive's favorite or Tealive's really lover pooper. So I have this strawless cup here. So this is the strawless cup look like. and I bought it on last March. This is how it look like, and how the inside will look like. This is where the chamber they're going to put the purse, so it will make the zip of the mouth to be easy to go flip inside. So it can be closed like this. And I have been asked to the store seller, what is the benefit if I bought this cup? And then she said, if you buy a cup from me now with a paper cup, you're going to use it and you're going to throw it the plastic cup. But if you buy this reusable cup, you're going to come back again to the Tealive. You're going to buy it the next Monday, next Friday, and I'm going to give you Tealive in this cup. So it means like I'm not gonna use that plastic cup anymore. I'm having my own water bottle. I'm having my own cup. So this made me like, and she's adding some more that I don't have to pay for the cup payment, because I already have the cup. So there's a lot of benefits that Brian Lowe has come up with his unique ideas. And come to the technology changes the manager's work today. We can see with the 2 points that I have been restricted after this. And start with technology changes the manager's work today because science or knowledge that is applied to solve problems or create useful tools like business, science, and even commerce can move much successful and efficiently with the ability to do basic thought processes considerably faster, which is the modern century is already preparing or giving us the tools to grow up faster, to move on, to go for the future faster. So this is what the point going to say. It's being by belong to science or even knowledge or even business or even commerce. There's a lot of tools to make us work more to the future, more to the front. So here I will be an example to the last point, which is in addition the use of technology that allows them, which is the use of technology that Tealive doing right now, and maybe now is more technological. And this is what I get from my research, that Tealive collecting their data and recording in as opposed to the past, and they only keep in data files, like they only write in the files, they only keep in the files like a manual thing. And now they are sending reports, meeting directly from outside from the office, which is just like online class, like they are like talking from the laptop, talking from the phones, so these are the programming remotes without having to meet face to face that can help to improve communication between the firm and its personnel. It's mean like between the employer and the employee, so they can get a more better bonding each other to communicate. And next is number 6, conclusion. Conclusion, where I did some summarize from everything I have learned about research about Tealive. The first point that I've taken up is Tealife's strength include fresh innovation branding, which is a local brand in expensive prices, always launching a nice marketing campaign, and the ability to buy their goods at a lower price if using TNG e-wallet. It's like a touch and go e-wallet, so if you have that app or you have that card, you can just like scan and buy it with a lower price. There's a discount. And according to the SWOT analysis, this is the best strength that TLF have provided. Come to the second point. Tealive's Unity card is a wonderful example how to create a loyalty program. Okay, this is an example that a loyalty program that sells promotion to the customer. So this is what we are giving to the customer when we give them the loyalty card, which is known as Unity card. So when the Unity card is given, so they become more to, oh, I'm going to get a B point. See, I've got written there that Tealive uses the Unity card to provide value to its customer, offering birthday free privileges, B points, and member benefits. We can get benefits. Okay, so if B points means like a redeem coins, how many beverages you buy on the Friday, and then you're gonna get some coins, and you're gonna collect it, and you can get a free, you can redeem it, you can claim another beverage for free. So Tealive is a loyalty program that allows the develop long-term relationship with the consumer to increase and improve their reputation in the market. Coming to the third point, furthermore, Tealive is shortcomings with a lack of healthy drink, which is no Wi-Fi in their shops, which is depends on utilizing paper straws instead of straw tools, replace plastic straws, and only selling beverage at the beginning. So what this is called like a weakness or shortcoming, like they are still at the beginning, right? So this is what they are did, like their store don't have the Wi-Fi. Literally, people are saying that they are having not healthy drinking, so they are using the paper straw, which is the more weakness, because the water and the straw is getting together, the straw getting more melted like that, so it making the consumer get like, oh my god, fed up to use it. So come to the last point, where it's Brian Lowe as an entrepreneur. He displayed many excellent traits and attributes of a successful entrepreneur in his roles as a manager. We can see that, and I have a lot I celebrated to you. So as a result, we must replicate, which is we must take an example of Brian Lowe's enthusiasm, which is his character, his attitude, his passion, by persisting in our efforts to achieve further upcoming successes in our life own self. In numbering 7 is references. References is just I did for the anyone is looking up for the points that I've been finding out. You can just like click to this link, or I will give into the description. You can just see from there. These are the 3 places that I've taken for the references. You can just like visit at the journal articles, YouTuber, and websites. This is one of the best thing I have ever read about Tealive, and a picture is worth 1,000 words. So Brian Lowe did a good job in creating the Tealive, building the Tealive, and now he's organizing Tealive. And that's all for this assignment slide, and I have done my part, and thank you for done your part too. For those who are watching, viewing, thanks for watching. Thank you from me and Mr. Brian Lowe, and enjoy the life at the nearby store. Thank you.